God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On one, ready?
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. It didn't work out for them very well. They should have listened to you, partner.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he goes out right around the 39. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. The Bengals at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw, Pickett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to him, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, Because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Second and short now following the fumble. Harris running straight ahead. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Pickett going to bootleg it. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Pickett sets up play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they're close to their first points in the game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Pickett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boswell's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On second down, here's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gun.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been... Pickett lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. .153 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff.
Here we go.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
11.
Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Pickett. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Pickett now from the gun here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Burrow on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
11, Thomas. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, is going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Gun.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Here we go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett looking left sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Going up top.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go, here we go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Here's Burrow.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now Pickett on fourth down.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps, to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Pickett.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
They hand this off to Harris.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.